Okay, so the other day, we all know what happened in New Zealand. We all know what happened at the Christchurch Mosque. We all know what happened when 50 people died. A madman live streaming it to Facebook went in and just brutally and mercilessly slaughtered people. And the worst part about it is he's being proven right time and time and time again. His manifesto, absolutely crazy, is 100% being pushed to stupid levels in New Zealand, where they're threatening 10 years jail time if you're even caught in possession of the video. Yeah, 10 years in jail time if you're caught in possession of the video. A video that at this point is easily been uploaded to Mega, which is based out of New Zealand and which encrypts everything it uploads. And only if you have the link and you know what's there will you be able to actually see what's inside the link. Otherwise, it's complete gibberish, even to the folks at Mega. There's literally no way that the government of New Zealand will be able to contain this. All they're doing is creating the Streisand effect, and that's that. But what we do know, at least what we're learning out now more, is people are putting their the blame elsewhere. They're not looking at the madman and what he's attempting to accomplish. They are actually playing into his hands, and they're doing this by accusing Fortnite of all things. I'm not even kidding you. This article popped up on parenting, kidspot.com.au. It's a parenting blog saying Christchurch killer may have trained on Fortnite. Yeah, the Christchurch killer may have in fact trained on Fortnite. And they're coming for it, as they always do. If you guys recall 1999 Columbine, which is about to hit its 20th anniversary in a month and 2 days. Not even kidding you. Or a month and 3 days. But the point is, it's coming. They trained playing Doom, of all things, and people went out there and made a big deal about it. But we didn't ban Doom. Although nowadays, I feel if Columbine would have happened, they would have outright banned it. They wouldn't have any problem banning it. They would have no problem whatsoever going in and outright destroying that game. They wouldn't care. They would take it out back. They'd put two in its head and one in its chest. And they'd go, all right, we're done. We're good. We're fine. And then they would simply move on. That's just what they do. But this is what the blog goes on to say. Unsettling similarities between popular video game Fortnite and a real-life massacre of a mosque full of people in Christchurch, which left 49 dead, have emerged. Actually, now at this point, it's 50. Just to give it a round number, no more significance, I think, ultimately. And by that, I mean it's still shocking. At no point does it make it any better to only have 49 or 50. It's still terrible, and there's no other way around it. But just for the sake of clarification, I wanted to update you on the tally. Okay, so it's been claimed by some that the live nature of the horrendous act mirrored the gun battles on video platforms. Muslim leaders told the Daily Telegraph that watching the live stream was like watching a video game. I haven't seen anything like it. I didn't know I was watching Fortnite or reality, Australian National Imams Council spokesman Bilal Ralph said. Okay. You've never clearly played Fortnite if you think that what you saw, that grainy 16-minute live stream, which looked like hardcore Henry 2, was reality, or was it Fortnite? If you thought that was a video game, you are clearly playing better games than the rest of us. At least better graphics. You know, are you PCMR is all I have to really ask at that point in time. Are you a PCMR person? Because that's kind of what it feels like. If you're going to sit there and say that this game, that this footage, this live stream footage reminds you of Fortnite, where are the building materials? But anyway, the gunman claimed in his manifesto that Fortnite trained me to be a killer and to floss on the corpses of my enemies. To floss on the corpses of his enemies. How do you not see that for the shit post that it is? How do you not see that for exactly what it is? Which is just a dude making a stupid troll tier comment in a manifesto designed to confuse you and to separate the masses. Let's be fair here. They're trying to trigger a war. This is accelerationist propaganda, and you idiots are giving into it 100%. Oh, well, he said I want to floss on my enemies. Really? You're really gonna Okay. Now, another video game, Spyro the Dragon 3, which is played by children, was also mentioned, which he claimed taught him ethno-nationalism. Come on, you know at this point he's just trolling. You absolutely positively know that at this point he is simply just trolling you. This guy wrote 87 pages, which kind of feels like what I have read is very, very, very hit or miss in regards to like it being written by one person. It does feel like other people contributed to this particular manifesto. Another few people were arrested in connection to this, and we still don't quite know why. But you can't sit there and blame Fortnite for this act, nor can you blame Spyro the Dragon 3 because it portrayed ethno-nationalism? What? I just don't get that at all. I don't understand what it is you are attempting to do here. I don't understand this particular train of thought. Now look, kidspot.com/au is a blog written for parenting. It's a blog written so, you know, some mother somewhere can sit there and feel like, I don't know, she's accomplished something outside of raising her children, which, don't get me wrong, is the key thing here. But when you raise your kids, you want to raise your kids at least a smart and productive way. You don't want to be a moron about it and sit there and go, well, the shooter played Fortnite and said he flossed on the corpses of his enemies, so clearly, you know, we must ban Fortnite. Yeah, this is the world we're living in. But that being said, this is what he wanted. This is what the guy wanted. This is what he wanted people to do. He wanted these crazy parents running these blogs to come out and say, this is a problem, to come out and say, this is an issue, to come out and say, we need to ban Fortnite because what could potentially happen, because this guy listed it in his manifesto. He also listed other people like Candace Owens, who was a real bad person, by the way, a real life bad person. But should we ban her? I mean, I'd like to see her banned from certain places, but ultimately, no, she's got the freedom to think and say what she wants like everybody else. Milo Yiannopoulos was banned from Australia because of what he said, although I don't quite know what he said, but they've also had a hate boner for Milo for quite some time. But going after Fortnite is just the dumbest thing on the planet. It's the biggest damn video game. It's the biggest damn video game. It's just, this guy's an accelerationist and you're all playing into his hand, hook, line, and sinker. It's not just the media. It's the idiotic parents that fearmonger and use hyperbole in order to do anything else than to actually look at what happened, which is the fact that a psychopath grabbed a gun, live streamed it, and murdered a lot of people. And they're not coming home. They're not coming back. They're gone. And what we need to do is not sit there and look at a video game as being the problem, because a video game isn't the problem. A game where you find different tiered weaponry while building constructions out of wood, stone, brick, or whatever else is not what led him to a mosque. And the more you say that, the more you try to push that idea, the more you just lie, not only to everybody else, but yourself in the process.